So let's talk about a very important topic for prosperity, which is dealing with negative people. Welcome to Prosperity TV, and this is an issue I think is probably more important to prosperity than a lot of people realize. You know, Jim Rohn always used to say, your income will be the average income of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I think those were very wise words, and I think it holds true in all areas of prosperity. I think your health will be the median healthiness of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're married, the caliber of your marriage will be the average of the 5 couples you guys socialize with. Your relationships will be about the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So this 5 people, this inner circle of yours, this has a lot to do with prosperity, because this is the influence we get all of the time. This is what's programming our subconscious mind. And you guys who follow my blog over at randygage.com, you know, last week I was writing about Dr. Bruce Lipton and some of his books, and the role of cells, of DNA, and whether we're predestined for things to happen, or how much our environment around us changes our cells and actually changes our body, changes our mind, and changes the results that we manifest in our day-to-day life. Environment is everything. And the people around you are a huge part of that environment. So think about, who are the 5 people you're spending the most time with right now? Tell you what, if you go back and you talk to people that knew me 20 years ago, say, hey, tell me about Randy Gage. You know what a number of them will say? He's different. He changed. Now that he's rich, he's a different person. You know what? Guilty as charged. I am a different person, and that's why I'm rich. And I don't say that to be mean, and I don't say it to be arrogant, and I don't say it to be cute. I'm just being real here, guys. I'm wealthy now. I'm prosperous and abundant now because I did change. And I have to tell you, if I go back 20 years ago, I changed where I lived, I changed where I worked, and I changed the people in my life. I changed the consciousness around me because I was a victim. I was a professional victim, and I hung around with a bunch of other professional victims. And we'd all get together and commiserate about all the bad things that were happening to us, and how cheap boss we had, and how the electric company turned off the power, and that son of a bitch landlord who put the eviction notice on our door, and all of this. Get together and do the victim thing. And at some point, if you want to break out of that, you got to say, well, you know what? I can be a victim or I can be a victor, but you can't be both. You have to choose. And I made a choice that I didn't want to be a victim anymore. I wanted to win. I wanted to be healthy, happy, and prosperous. So I changed my whole environment, and that included a lot of the people that I was spending a lot of time with. So that's the real question for you. Who are the 5 people you're spending the most time with? You're married? One of your 5's already taken. Working all day next to somebody in a cubicle? Hey, 2 of the 5 were already taken. So you say, well, my spouse is negative and they don't support me. Well, you know what? It is what it is. You're working with somebody negative? It is what it is. You're either going to change where you work, you're going to change who you're married to, and I'm not recommending that, I'm just saying that's a possibility. Or you say, well, I'm going to be really conscious of the other 3 people. And I'm going to bring 3 people into my life who have amazing prosperity consciousness. And no, it's not about you got to check their bank balance before somebody can be your friend. That's not it at all. It's you're looking for people who have prosperity consciousness, who want to see you grow, who want to see you develop. Those are the people you want around you. And if you don't have enough around you, you can do them long distance. You know, one of my goals is to be a billionaire. So I've got Richard Branson in my mastermind group, and Bill Gates in my mastermind group, and the guy from Google and Facebook and all these .com billionaires, even though I haven't met them. but I get any books by them, I get books about them, any profiles of them, interviews with them. I want to know how they think, because billionaires think differently than millionaires, and millionaires think differently than broke people, and healthy people think differently than sick people, and happy people think different than depressed people. So think about, who do you have in your 5? Who are you going to allow yourself to be influenced by? And understand, it isn't about being mean and leaving people behind. I have people that were in my life 20 years ago, and I wish they were with me now. I wish they had come forward with me to prosperity. It wasn't a case of I wanted to get mine and leave them behind. But one of the things we know about prosperity is you can't be treated for prosperity. You have to be open to receive it. And you can't drag anybody across the finish line. You can let the people around you know that you're on this path of prosperity, that you want them to be with you, but that's a choice they're going to have to take. And there are people in my life, I don't freeze them out, I don't forget about them, but there are people in my life that I have to limit the amount of time that I spend with them. Even though I love them and I want the best for that, I can't spend too much time with them, or I'm going to start to think like they do again. And I'm not willing to do that. And you can't be willing to do that if you want to manifest a life of prosperity. So please get down in the comments, let me know what you think of this. Please share this message with anybody you know who you think would appreciate the principles of prosperity. I hope you're having a great holiday season, and remember, live rich. Thanks everybody.